Welcome to the I Ching Cafe. My name is Belinda Doveston, and it is wonderful to have you here with me for our weekly overview for the week commencing the 16th of August 2021. If you have not done so, the monthly episode for August is out, so go and tune into what is it that the I Ching asked us to pay attention to for August. And of course, being round about mid-month, the only changing line for the month has reached its fulfillment. So hopefully we are now moving past the hectic work during the day and stressing at night about your big list that needs to get done. And we can now really tap into activating the creative power of the month. And of course, taking it one step at a time, making progress consistently as we go. Right, so last week was a bumper week, according to the I Ching. We had the army, we had 5 changing lines, we had 49 revolution, we had the whole world undergoing a change, we had this whole intense process of every day there being a changing line kicking in. So what on earth happened? Please share it so that as a community we can learn what this means for us. When we have 5 changing lines out of 6, what does that feel like for you? All right, so this week we have the complete opposite of last week, because this week we are a locked hexagram, no changing lines. So from 5 last week, which was really hectic, to this week, no changing lines. I don't know what it means. All right, so this week we have hexagram 39, obstruction, locked. I'm afraid to say that is what we have. Obstruction is where we face an obstacle, where we are injured, we are limping, and it gives us insight how to deal with the obstruction, how to deal with the injury or feeling cut off and obstructed from what it is that you need to do. I would imagine for us this week, we're going to face things where we just feel like we're hitting our head against closed doors, or just everything is stuck and difficult. And when you have that feeling, or when you feel frustrated that no matter how hard you're pushing on this boulder in your path, it does not move or budge, we have to think differently about how we tackle the obstacles that we face. So we can't keep on hammering our heads into it. We have to go around it. Okay, and sometimes that means getting creative, finding unusual solutions to step back, look at what we're facing, the obstacle we're facing, and firstly, accept the obstacle. Okay, very often we can get our heads so twisted up in not seeing what clearly everyone else can see around us, the obstruction, that we can get ourselves really worked up in trying to force our way through it. We have to accept the injury. If we are limping and we are unable to walk at a full pace, we cannot do the trail at the same pace we would normally do if we weren't limping. It just is what it is. So first accept the injury. Sit down with your team and say, what is our obstruction? What is the injury that we are sitting with this week that we need to work through? We need to find other ways around it. And then say, who do we know who can help us? These might be advisors, helpers, support team, people outside your team who have a different perspective, family members who have wisdom, whatever it might be. This hexagram is all about asking for help and recognizing the solution is not through repeatedly approaching it in the same way, approaching it from a different angle and getting helpers to mobilize us through the obstruction. So, being a locked hexagram, and after the intensity of last week, I'm going to give you a break and just keep it short and sweet and say, we are all facing some kind of obstruction. It might be a small thing that gets us frustrated. It might be a big thing. Wherever you feel, so frustrated because it's not working or it's not flowing, think of my words and say, okay, we have a boulder in the path or we have an injury. What is the injury? Accept the injury. Accept that we cannot go at the pace that we think we can. Accept that there are some doors that are closed right now. Accept that the clients that you're trying to speak to are not returning your calls. Okay, just accept the obstruction. Acceptance is an act of mastery, not the opposite. Okay. And then look at ways around the problem. How can we leverage the people and the resources around us to approach this from a different angle? All right, so good luck with the obstruction. It is locked, So there is a fixed energy about this obstruction this week. Maybe part of this process is maybe accepting the obstruction is what it is and taking some time out, because that could also be a choice of saying, well, I'm just going to sit this round out. I'm just going to go on holiday. That could also be your choice too. Thank you so much. Remember, as I said, to go and watch the monthly overview. Please like, share, and subscribe. And of course, see you on the socials for our regular postings if that is what you're into. But other than that, I really look forward to seeing you soon.